A moment in history that left a scar on the landscape of time. We spent 24 hours investigating the real story of the Pendle Witch Trials.
What is it?
It's a spider!
Get out!
It's a spider!
Today I've brought my Scariest Places team to a beautiful part of England, a place whose appearance actually hides a dark past, a past of torture, pain, injuries, a past that actually resulted in the death of 10 people. Two elderly females who had been lifelong friends found themselves pulled apart when accusations were made over items of clothing and food being stolen. Things took a sinister twist, and suddenly there was witnesses coming forward from everywhere with shouts and cries of witchcraft. This began what is long now being known as the story of the Pendle Witches. Peel back the layers of fiction and the facts are stranger, more scary and more fascinating. Visions of God from up on the hill behind. Inventions that actually helped progress modern technology. And a so-called witch that was actually buried in a graveyard. Absolutely amazing here.
The Pendle Witch story is very, very complex. And I'm sure some of you, after you've heard the story, will say, well, these people deserve what they got. Some of you might say, well, perhaps they were completely innocent. But let's turn the clock back in time to the year 1603. At that period of time, here in England, we had a fantastic queen called Queen Elizabeth I. She led by example, defeated the Spanish Armada 1588, and many people believe she was probably England's finest monarch. When she died, she was replaced by none other than King James VI of Scotland, who became King James I of England. This man was absolutely paranoid about witchcraft. He believed that witches not only existed, he believed they were actually out to get him.
The Pendle Witch story has been told for many years. It is a fascinating story for anyone who is lucky enough to hear it. It really does have everything in it. If Spielberg got his hands on it, it would probably make one of the greatest films of our time. Probably with a few aliens thrown in for good measure. But seriously, it really does have everything. It has deceit, intrigue, theft, false accusations. Old women during that time were considered very wise. This is probably because they lived longer than anyone else. People would consult them with all sorts of problems, such as childbirth and why the cows wouldn't produce any milk. And this often gave them a livable income. The wiser the woman, the more they could charge. The bigger the problem, the bigger the fee. They would often even ask for the kitchen sink to be thrown in as well, but not your average B&Q one.
The local magistrate was called Roger Nowell. He lived in the village of Reed near Burnley, not too far from where we are now, and this man was on a mission to curry favour with King James personally. He had his book of demonology, he knew the king was paranoid about witchcraft, and he also knew if he could bring any of them to justice, he would curry favour with the king. He had Alison arrested. She was brought to Reed Hall, where for the second time inside 24 hours, she confessed to witchcraft. But she gave Noel a lot more information. My grandmother Demdike, she's a witch. So's Bessie Chattox and her daughter Anne Redfern. We had these 4 dogs. Tib, Ball, Fancy, Dandy. They came to us at different times of our lives and gave us special powers. But in return, they said, we need to suckle from your flesh. We allow them into our lives. They're our familiars. We get our powers off them. Quite surprisingly, Roger Noel was actually quite delighted. He therefore gave orders that Demdike, Chattox and Redfern should be arrested. They were brought to Reed Hall where they saw young Alison Device. And this huge argument took place. They all tried to blame each other. But in doing so, they all admitted to witchcraft. They all admitted to grave robbery. They admitted to making these clay effigies of human beings by using hair and teeth from the local corpses interned at Newchurch Cemetery. On the side of Pendle Hill, called Malkin Tower, the other so-called witches met. It was like a scene from a Shakespeare play, as Alison's brother James slaughtered the sheep from the fell. They then got this large cooking vessel called a cauldron, lit a fire beneath it, and the black sable liquid inside began to bubble and steam. The whole idea, apparently, was to blow the gates of Lancaster City Castle open and rescue Demdike, Chattox, Redfern and young Alison Device. What did happen is word of this meeting reached the ears of Roger Noel, the local magistrate. His words were, right, I want all these people, this meeting at Malkin Tower, arrested immediately. When word got out that they were going to be arrested, a few of them thought, there's no way I'm hanging around. The ones that were successfully arrested were as follows. Jeanette Preston of Gisborne, West Yorkshire. Catherine Hewitt, Alice Gray of Colne, a town not too far from here. Isabel Roby of Windle. Alice Nutter of Roughlee. Elizabeth Device, James Device, Jeanette Device. And they were all sent to the city of Lancaster, with the exception of Jeanette Preston. She came from Gisborne, West Yorkshire. She was therefore dealt with by the City of York magistrates. Her husband went with her from Gisborne, so did villagers, and they begged the judges to release young Jeanette. But the judge said, I'm sorry, the king has signed her death warrant. She was dead before she even arrived here.
We've all heard about the Salem Witch Trials, but being a patriotic Brit, I'm obviously biased to our own Pendle story. The actual story is fascinating. It's full of intrigue and suspense. As to which story is the best, of course, Pendle wins hands down. Due to my eccentric and different lifestyle, I'm often asked if I'm a witch. To this I simply say, substitute the W for a B and that's me. That will give the haters something to talk about.
What I can tell you, 40 years later, is the Pendle Witches have brought a huge amount of tourism to this part of the world. What we do find amazing is when the snows come to Pendle Hill, the last piece of snow to melt is always in the perfect shape of a white witch. It's happened time and time and time again. And certainly, if you were to visit Pendle Hill on Halloween, well, Pendle Hill looks more like Wembley Stadium, because thousands and thousands of people all over the country, all over the world, will converge on this Lancastrian hill in the hope they will find a Pendle witch. There we have our story.
Right, well, I'm waiting here for Simon. I don't know where he is. Guys, has anybody seen where Simon is?
Oh, where the hell are they?
I think I'll go and have a cup of tea.
With the arrival of our resident medium, Merrick Alora, I am at last one cast member closer to having a full team.
OK, we're just taking 5 minutes time out between recording while we wait for Simon to arrive and everybody to get sorted. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day. We are melting. It's fantastic. But I don't know what we're going to be doing in 5 minutes time. Oh, hello, Merrick.
Hello,
Where have you been?
you OK? I've just actually been to the post office to send Peter a lovely postcard from Downham.
You're sending Peter a postcard?
Yeah.
Why are you sending Peter a postcard?
Well, Peter's actually on holiday.
Oh, guys, we might have a problem. You never said you were coming without Peter.
Ah, no, I didn't say I wasn't coming without a spirit guide. I do have a spirit guide with me, Annette. And me uncle is a medium. and he's let me use spirit guide. He's gone, you know what? Have Sam. You can have him for a week. I've gone, fine. So me and Sam. Me and Sam. But I do call him Uncle Sam. Okay. So if you feel this confusion, it's because of that. I call him Uncle Sam. So he's with us, and what we're going to be doing is he's already picked up on a lot of energy in and around the village. And, and I do sense and I do feel that there's going to be a very active night of investigation.
Well, that's what we want. That's what we're here
I'm looking very forward to our investigation here at Pendle in the village of Downham, and I'm really going to be inundated, is what I'm being told.
That's what we want.
So that's what we're sensing,
Because it is, you know, an amazing place, and we have been told lots of energies in and around, and that's what we want. That's what we're here to film. But we did want to just take 5 minutes out and just to discuss. You have actually had a personal loss recently, haven't you? That we did like to mention.
I have lost a friend of mine, yes. And I do want to make a little point of this, because I do think the show lends itself to that in the fact that to anybody watching the show that feels or knows anyone that's lost anyone, don't worry. Is all I can say. Don't worry, because they're up there on their cloud with their harp, and they're looking down going, don't worry about me, I'm going to go and get myself a coffee in a minute, you know. So I wouldn't worry about that. And to anybody who is going through those times like I am myself, don't worry, because they're up there, the big man saying, I've got it, don't you worry, I'll look after this one. So, I wanted to give that information across, because I feel that some people, you know, would need that.
Right, that's brilliant. So to anybody out there that may have lost somebody recently, or not so recent, don't worry about them. They're being taken care of. And we heard that from Merrick. Thank you very much.
I think there's Simon there. That's Simon in the taxi.
Annette, what the feck is going on? You left me stranded in...
Where have you been?
Derby jail the past 2 weeks.
No way.
Paper objects.
Carl? He left you there?
He did. I've had to get a taxi all the way from Derby. Oof. Your receipt. Look at the size of it. It's fucking disgraceful.
Give it to Carl.
Where is Carl? You know what? I have to go and have a shower now and get ready for this bloody filming tonight. Such a joke.
After Carl's unfair imprisonment of my poor little leprechaun, I tried to rewrite the injustices done.
OK, Simon, are you calmed down enough now to have a hectic chat?
I suppose so. And
I see you've kind of had a shower and that. You smell a little bit better.
I'm as fresh as a daisy, you know, thanks to you and Carl.
Carl, not me. Right, so can you tell us what you're going to do for us tonight? What have you got planned?
So you're getting comfortable.
Well, we have to do, especially waiting for you.
Well, tonight on Scariest Places, I want to try something different.
OK.
Called automatic writing.
Right, what's that? I've not heard that.
Because I don't want to be left behind again, Annette, like I was in Derby jail.
I know. I apologise for that one. So this automatic writing, what does it actually entail? So it's not a trigger object this time?
No, not this time, no way.
OK.
This time, I'm going to get the team.
Yes.
Split them up into groups.
Right.
We'll close our eyes, have a page and a pen in front of us.
Right.
And we'll see if a spirit enters us.
Right, and what does the page and the pen do? You actually write?
Hopefully we'll get a spirit will leave a message on the page for us.
Fantastic.
It's definitely something from Merrick tonight. Right,
so we'll actually see something happening tonight instead of actually waiting if something has happened.
Yeah, it's definitely like not to wait 2 weeks again.
Brilliant, yeah, OK. Brilliant. So in the words of Merrick, boss.
So, without wasting any more time, we now begin to allow the Pendle story to unfold.
OK, Merrick, I brought you into this area to see what you're going to pick up on. You did say there was going to be a lot of activity and a lot of things going on. So how are you feeling around here at the moment?
What I'm sensing and what I'm feeling in and around this area here is it's very active.
Right,
I'm sensing a lot of things going on. Yeah. And I'm also sensing a lot of dead people.
It's a graveyard, Merrick.
Ah, yes, which confirms the fact that there's a lot of dead people here. But I can only give you what Uncle Sam gives me, you see, so therefore I have to give it, whether it be, you know...
Right spot, yes.
Yeah, definitely,
OK. So you did say there's a lot of things in and around. What do you actually... Oh, hang on a minute. I'm actually feeling a temperature
Yeah.
change around
yeah,
here.
you will. I've just
Okay,
been
hot and
given
cold.
some information here,
Right.
and what I'm sensing and what Uncle Sam is telling me. Okay, God bless. Is there's a gentleman standing right there,
Right, okay.
and what he's doing is he's saying, "Can you guess what I'm trying to do here?" And
Right.
like you've just said, you've just
Yeah.
noticed.
It's
I
hot
don't know
and
if you
cold.
want to have a go at that, Simon.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
sensing?
Feel that.
Don't take
Right.
a picture. What are you sensing?
It's a temperature. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
The difference in temperature?
It's
Very,
cold there.
Very, very
Yeah.
cold.
And then you move your hand, it's very warm here.
Yeah.
What that is this gentleman here is giving you a sense and he's giving you a clue to who he was and why he was on this earth to do what he did. And what
Right.
he did was he invented a barometer. So he's
Okay,
giving you a
hot and
feeling
cold.
of hot and cold, which is great because that's what we can learn from spirit and that's what they're giving us. They're saying, well, you know what? I'm not just going to go and tell him what I've done.
Yeah.
I'll show him what I've done.
Yeah.
So he's given that feeling of hot and cold.
Okay, so
to
he's-
kind of say, well, you know, I'm not going to give my secrets away so
Right.
easy. You're going to have to
Okay.
work for it.
Right.
Okay.
So he's a bit clever, so he could be saying, "Here's a clue."
Here's a clue. That's exactly what he's saying.
Right.
And I can confirm there are no radiators around. So
Right.
there you go.
Headstones.
There you go. And I'll just see if I can get a name for this gentleman.
Name,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Yes,
God
can
bless.
you bring one forward?
It's sensing a Robert or a Richard.
Right. Okay.
A Robert or a Richard, and I can't
Got a last
confirm
name, can you go
which
all
one
over it?
that is.
Right,
Okay.
Can you give us
A second name, okay. Okay, thank you, Uncle Sam. Okay.
Right.
Townsley or Townsend?
Right. So Richard or Robert
Townsend or Townsley.
I think Simon actually
Yes, there was
mentioned
a record
something
of
before.
Townsley earlier, yeah.
Right. Okay. So
There you
we've
go.
got that confirmed. So, ladies and gentlemen, Merrick strikes again.
Boss.
Thank you.
And I'm also being drawn to, I'm sensing like a ruin. We must go
Right.
somewhere to a ruin. So whether we find that would
Any
be...
directions?
I'm just being drawn up near the hill.
Right.
So what we'll do now is we'll
make us way.
maybe just venture off over there and see
we're
what we're
gonna
being drawn
have to be reliant on Uncle Sam for directions.
Oh, without doubt. He's like a sat nav.
Okay. We'll see when we get there.
Whilst watching the footage, we were surprised to notice the appearance of a small dog. Was this a phenomenon of a witch's pet or a local dog looking for a bone?
Okay, Merrick. Now, we're here in the graveyard. I know we kind of came earlier and we did pick up on a lot of very interesting things, but doesn't that take a different atmosphere at night?
I was going to say yes. The atmosphere and the energies do change when it's darker. But what I will say to that is sometimes it's not just paranormal. It can just be your mind because it's darker and we're in a graveyard. But yes, what I'm sensing is earlier we did pick up on a gentleman and,
Yes. Can you get him? Is he anywhere around at the moment?
he's still around and
super.
he's still around and he's here. But
Right.
but what I am sensing and what I'm feeling and what Uncle Sam has just told, okay, God bless, okay, thank you, is that I'm sensing there's a witch buried here.
Okay.
Okay,
Right,
but
on the consummated ground.
on consummated ground. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why is a
Yes.
witch buried on consummated ground? Well, as you can tell, what we're learning and what we're picking up from the help of Uncle Sam is this: not all the witches from the trials of Pendle were all witches. Okay.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So
Some of them were condemned and stamped with the witch's brand, but weren't actually witches.
So wrong judgment, really.
Wrong judgment, yeah.
Right.
So that obviously means that they can be buried here on this ground.
So she was innocent.
She was innocent, yes.
Poor thing.
So, you know, and can I have a name, please? Okay, God bless. I'm sensing a Nutter.
Okay.
And Alice.
Alice
Nutter. And she wasn't a witch.
But I thought she wasn't actually buried in this graveyard. Are you sure it's here?
Oh, well, you know, like we said before in the walk around, if they can hear you, if they can pick up on, oh, someone's talking about me in the village over there, I'm going to fly off and go and see him. I'm going to go and find out. So that's what it is. So, yeah, it's not that I've got the wrong graveyard, obviously. What it is the fact that they can travel and they can come here whenever they wish.
Wrong, then?
No, I didn't get it wrong. Well, Uncle Sam might have, but you know, as we all know, you know, he's not me everyday. You know,
Yeah, he's very
you know,
good,
yeah.
yes.
So yeah, I didn't get it wrong.
Well, no, I wouldn't have expected that. So, what about the gentleman that we're speaking about earlier on today? You picked up on him, Townsend.
Yes. Well, he's still
Is
here.
He still around?
Oh yeah, he's still here, and he's actually right next to me now. He's here.
Okay.
He's just there. He's waving at you, Simon. I think he likes you.
Oh, yeah.
No.
But no, he's here, and he's saying to me, well, the cameras are out, and I'm the only celebrity in here, and he's not going to want to get out of here, you know.
Right.
So he'll be here all night, you know.
Right.
He'll be here all night. Definitely.
We'll catch up with him later.
Definitely,
Thank you very much. We'll take it from there. Okay, come on, guys. We will go make our way up to the hill.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Merrick, we're now in this lovely old ruin. I believe it's possibly, well, a name was given to me that it was Malkin Tower. I'm not sure about that, but can you...
What I can sense and what we can do as we go along is we can get that information, and there are certainly 3 spirits there that are in and around the atmosphere right now. What I'm sensing here is there's a lady in that corner just there, and and she's just there, and there's a gentleman pacing up and down just there.
Okay.
And what is funny, there's also a little child of a little boy. I'm sensing he's about 7 or 8. This little kid, and he's a little nuisance.
Right, as usually are, yeah.
Because obviously back in those days they didn't have any consoles or any kind of gaming devices.
Yeah.
So they had to make their own fun.
And get up to no good. Yeah.
And the little boy here he's linked with the lady in the corner, and we will come back to her in a minute, but I want to just focus on this boy, because I'm sensing he's done something very naughty, as most 7 or 8 year olds, you know, do. Okay. And what okay, God bless. Okay. Oh, you won't believe this.
Yeah.
He's only gone and taken this lady's eggs from the chickens outside.
Right.
And he's thrown them in the fire.
Okay.
He's thrown them in the fire. So you can see why she's miffed. I don't know what he's doing, but we'll address that when we can. But yeah, what I'm sensing is this little boy. He's gone outside and he's picked the eggs up, and he's come out here and he's gone, there, have some of that. You know, throw them in there. Don't want them. And she said, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing with the eggs?
The eggs?
I said, because you go outside now and the chickens, you know what's going to happen with the chickens? They're going to refuse to lay anymore.
Okay.
Because back in the day, chickens were very onto it, and they knew what they were doing. They're sitting there going, I'm laying an egg. It's taking me all day. I've been trying to get that one out for a couple of hours, and he's just gone and thrown it in there. Okay, so what I'm sensing is she's not happy. But what I do want to do is I want to just focus and find out a little bit about this lady.
Yeah, have you got a name?
Okay, God bless. Okay, Demdike.
Okay.
I'm sensing Demdike.
Yep. Right, I believe that was one of the ladies in question.
This lady, she's very knowledgeable.
Right.
She's very wise. Okay, and what I'm sensing is she was one of the witches of the trial.
Okay, so this possibly is
this
property.
Could be, okay, could this be Malkin Tower? Could this... It is. So this is all that is left of Malkin Tower.
Oh,
how good's that?
Yeah.
Wonderful, well done. What about the gentleman?
This gentleman here, yes, he's been pacing up and down.
Yes,
and what I'm sensing from this man, he looks like some kind of officer. A man of authority. He's a sense of a police officer. Before, obviously, we had those kind of people around.
So some authority, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, mate, have you got a name for this gentleman?
Okay, okay, God bless. I'm sensing a Knowles.
Okay, yes.
Or Knowles. What is it? Knowles.
Knowles, okay.
Rob.
First name?
Roger Knowles.
Roger Knowles, okay.
Roger Knowles, and he's just here now. What I'm sensing is he's saying, I arrested them all. Okay? But what I'm going to do is, I think he wants... Okay. I think he wants to come in.
All right.
I think he just wants to communicate a little bit with us here tonight, okay?
Right.
Okay.
Just take your time, Mary.
Okay, send him in, Uncle Sam. Okay, don't be rough.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Is there anybody inside Merrick?
Oh, I just want a day off.
Okay, hello, sir.
I just want a day off. Too many people nagging. I am ever so tired.
I can imagine. So, why are you visiting these people?
Because they won't shut up.
Okay. Are you after information or
I just want them all to go away.
Right.
What is it with women that just can't be quiet?
So are you talking to both these families, sir?
Every day. Arguments. I wish they'd shut up.
Okay.
I wish they'd shut up. Oh, leave me alone. Give me a day off.
Merrick.
Take him out. I think he's...
Women just need to leave
Merrick,
me
alone. Snap out of the situation, okay?
Right. Take him out. Take him out, Simon.
Leave.
Gonna get hurt.
Get me out.
At this point, we let Merrick recover and give us time so we can digest the information he provided about the story. Okay, Simon, we're now in the tent. What do you want us to do?
Right, Annette. So what I've done is I've sent Stuart and Dan to the other side of Pendle Hill in another tent.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is something called automatic writing.
I'm excited to do it. I've never seen this before.
So what I want you to do now, I want you to close your eyes and relax and hold the page out in front of you.
Okay.
Just a pen there.
Thank you.
And any spirits that want to come forward.
Right. So I just close my eyes now?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I doing it right?
You are. Just hold the page lightly on top.
Okay.
The pen lightly on the page.
Right, okay. Is that right?
That's right. I'll close my eyes beside you.
Okay.
Right, we're in this tent and we're meant to be doing some automatic writing. But I'm not too sure what we were meant to do.
I don't know. What then? Do you reckon that was a witch?
I hope not. I hope not.
Do you reckon it's two witches? Oh no. Do you reckon it's a flock of witches?
I hope not. Did you just touch me behind?
No.
Are you sure? Because someone just did.
I'll have a look.
What is it?
It's a spider!
Get out!
It's a spider! Get me out! Get me out! Get me out!
How do you feel in that?
Strange. Okay, can I have a look? Yeah?
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, something's happened.
Something's looking good here. Bloody hell! It's the ghost. And it followed me from Derby Jail. Holy feck.
This investigation opened our eyes and understanding. 1, for Simon being late, and 2, Merrick being wrong for once. Until next time.
Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the beggy bugs bite.
Do any
Right, so what we're going to do tonight is
Dan, react. What? Dan, you need you need to react to that. You can't just sit there.
Why did she laugh? I'm sorry, I don't think she I barely banged my head off the bloody head.
I'm sure there was a spider down there somewhere now.